It's Friday, y'all. Hello and welcome to the Education Roundup Middle East. This is Lisa Grace. How are you? How have you been? How has your week been? It's 5 o'clock on the dot. I'm excited to be here. I hope you all had a good half term. Wasn't here last week sipping my coconut water. I had a little bit of a half term break. My kids were also on half term. Hope you guys all had a good half term. Where are you tuning in from? Where are you tuning in from? Where are you watching us from here on the Roundup? Let me know so that I can say hi to you. I'm going to jump in the comments. I already see some people in the comments. Dr. Ashkelon, hello. How are you? Rasha, what's up? Are you doing well? It's been busy. Do I have to tell you? Inspections are on. So shout out to all the schools that have already had their inspection this term. Hope it all went well for you. And I hope it was an enriching experience. Yes, Dr. Ashkelon from RAC. I like RAC. It's a nice emirate. Jordan, Muzamil from Sharjah. Hello. Thank you for joining me on the Education Roundup today. 30 minutes, quick snap, bap, your news, your insights, your views on all that's happening in education this week here in the Middle East and further afield. So we're going to chop it up today. I am, again, a good girl. Coconut water. What are you having? It's the weekend. It could be having something refreshing. And why not? You deserve it. Teachers deserve to chill out on a weekend and really enjoy their downtime as well. Work hard in the week. On the weekend, it's time to woos and just chill out. Gonna jump into the headlines, but before we do, I want to say a massive thank you to our sponsor, schoolfinder.ae. If you are a school in the UAE, get your profile up and updated on schoolfinder.ae. It is free. It is a service for all schools in this country. So please go ahead, go to schoolfinder.ae, get your profile there if you're a principal, or tell your principal to tell the marketing person to get onto School Finder and get your profile up to date, get it ready, get it out there so that people who are searching for schools can find your school. Parents are always looking. Always. They're new or they're here and they're, moving schools. And so they want to know what's out there. Schoolfinder.ae has you covered. Thank you very much for sponsoring the Roundup. Let's jump into the headlines, people. What's been happening? Remember, in the comments, I'm running the show solo today, so you are my company. So thank you very much. If you're watching this on the recorded version, thank you for watching. I appreciate you all. Time is so valuable. When people give you their time, you have to be grateful for it. And I'm grateful to all of you for your time to, join me on the Roundup and dissect these news. Our first headline comes from a school. I happen to like this school quite a bit. I shouldn't show partiality, right? I like all the schools, I promise. But this was a cute story, and I thought, let's jump on it quick. It was from Abu Dhabi, Repton, Abu Dhabi. Hello. 900 Repton children took part in a challenge, and they achieved a world record for what they did. So what they did, it's from the national. They all dressed up as astronauts, which I thought was just so super cute. I might be a sop, but I'll put the link in this week's newsletter on LinkedIn. You can go check out the story. It's in the national. And the students all dressed up as astronauts, and they all made sort of like a display outside, and it won them a world record. And it was a world record for the most young people, I think, to dress up in self-made spacesuits with badges marking the country they hail from. So you know how multinational and diverse some of these schools are here in the UAE. So I can just imagine how many different countries were represented as students dressed up in spacesuits that they made, representing their country. And what was cool is that, you know, the UAE is doing a lot in whole space, STEM kind of arena. And so for them to do this, I thought was absolutely super cute. I'm going to put the link to that story in this week's newsletter. So it was really, I loved it. Like, I'm a sop. Listen, I'm a mom, so kids dressed up in cute costumes is going to get me all the time. It's just the truth. Did you see the story? If you saw the story, what did you think? Let's go in the comments. Oh, hey, Catherine. Hello, hello. Catherine says, this was so cool. I saw the pics. Yeah. So I'm going to put a link in the newsletter, and I want you to go check that story out when it comes out on Sunday. I thought it was just, yeah. Yeah, Russia says they will remember this forever. Yes, they went in the Guinness World Record book. Like, how super cool. All the Repton guys, huge big ups for that. Stephen Lupton, big up yourself. That was really, really cute. I thought it was just a nice thing for them to do. Vic says, hi from Dubai. Hey, Dubai. Let's get back into the headlines. Now, the next headline is going to be a bit of a rant. I mean, I don't know how many of you know, but the UK has just changed prime ministers again. Congrats to Rishi Sunak. But along with that change comes a change in cabinet, a change in government ministers. And of course, I hail from Jamaica and also from the UK. So I hold both countries dear to my heart. I won't tell you which one I love more, but you should know already which one I would love more. Anyway, so as a UK resident and citizen, and you know, I have my tentacles in that pie a lot. And we've gotten the fourth Secretary of Education in the span of a year. I can't tell you how annoyed I am at how they treat education. And I wondered, what do you need to be an education secretary? So Schools Week did a actual rundown of things you need to know about the education secretary. Nothing disparaging, but I was a little bit annoyed at the fact that you don't have to have anything to do with education to become an education secretary in the UK. It's as if it's anyone who can do it. Like, you have a pulse, you want a job, become the education secretary. Sorry, that is my opinion. That's how I feel. And so this lady, she left school at 16. Credit to her. She pulled herself up from the bootstraps, went back to school, did well, went into politics, but now she's the education secretary. And let's see. Let's see how long she will last. And let's see what she will do. I just feel like, let's just hand it over to educators. Just do that for a minute, UK. Let us do something with it. You know, people who have a vested interest in education, who really are here for the right reasons. You know, I think I'm getting super heated on this one. I'm gonna have to drink some coconut water and then check the comments on that. Because how can we have the fourth education secretary? I think it should be ring-fenced. I think we should have cross-party collaboration. I think it shouldn't be a political office, in so much as I think health shouldn't be as well. I think we need people with longer-term views. I think we need to get our hands, our political tentacles off education. It's such a vital sector, and being that word, shaping the future, chopping and changing does not help stability in education. Let's see how long she'll last. What are the comments saying? Evo says, hey, everyone. Catherine says, amazing to see a diverse leader. The UK is almost catching up to Ireland in terms of diversity. Kind of tongue in cheek with that one. I see you, Catherine. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Sanya says the political system in Jamaica follows the UK, and it's such a shame. Yeah, I got deep views on that as well, but I won't touch it on the roundup. Let's just keep it moving. New Secretary of Education, Gillian Keegan. Let's see what you have going on there. Let's see if it will make a difference. Let's see if things will improve. Yeah, and we leave it at that. Here's a nice story for you that I thought we should look at. This one is coming from the TESS. In the UAE, we start school very early in the morning for everyone, teenagers and everything. And they're arguing that a later start in the day could be beneficial to teenagers. What are your thoughts? The article says research into teenagers' sleep patterns indicate that starting the school day later could be better for their health, but might their grades also improve as a result? So Kate Parker, a writer, I like that writer, by the way, she dived into that and she says, look at the evidence. So there might be some evidence there to suggest that if we start school later for teenagers, that it might be of benefit. What do you think? You can sound off in the comments so I can check it. I can check it later as well if you're watching this recorded. Teenagers probably are a little different. Maybe a later start would be good for them, Catherine says, I recently read a study in the US where the city that started later saw a 90% or close to it reduction in car accidents. Yeah, so that's something. More sleep means you're more alert, means that you're better able to face the day, right? You're better able to do a better job at studies and work pretty much. So that is something to actually think about as well. Sanya says, I saw that the rest of the world tend to follow the UK and US where leadership is concerned. I know it's the global West, and that's changing, hopefully for the better. We'll see. We all can learn something from each other. West, global South, global North, whatever it is, there is something for us to learn, all to learn from each other. I thought the story was interesting for UAE. Would a later start work? There's a school in Dubai. Drop it in the comments if you know. Not sure if it's Bloom World Academy or Citizens School that are kind of doing some, innovative stuff around the start of school. I want to think it's Bloom World Academy, but someone can correct me in the comments. Let me know. Nishi, Damien, you guys at Bloom, is it you guys that are starting school late? Let me know. Is it working? Does it help attainment? Are students responding better for having a later start? Let me know, because I think it's something that we can all, kind of dive into. My kids get up super early for school. Like they're up after 5. They're out the door. The bus is here before 7 o'clock. And they're back closer to 4 o'clock in the evening. It's a long day, right? And they're only 9. So I can imagine, and they go to bed relatively early, but for teenagers, who are online on their phones, doing other things, would a later start to their school day help them? Sound off in the comments. Let me know what's good. Yeah. Okay. Those are my stories. I only kept it at 3. And the reason I only kept it at 3 stories is because I want to talk about this, guys. Events. It's November. Everything is happening in November. So October is ending next week. And then comes the busy period, November. It's a lot. It's a lot. But we're ready for it. We're vibed up and we're good. We're ready to go. We're starting off with the big one. It's a biggie, guys. STEM Mena. Have you been on the website? Loads happening. All the speakers are up there nearly. Agenda is up there, ripe and ready. Sponsors, Explore Learning. We want to say humongous thank you to Explore Learning. Aleph Education out of Abu Dhabi, also a sponsor of STEM Mena 2022 Conference and Awards. We also want to say a huge thank you to Century Tech out of the UK. They are on board as exhibitors. Casio, Middle East and Africa, also on board as sponsors of STEM Mena 2022. I'm glancing to my side. We also have Build It. Now, Build It is revolutionary. Can't wait for you to check out what they have going on at STEM Mena, because they're coming with something that you haven't seen before in this region, and I'm excited for it. Get to stemmena.com, register, connect, hashtag STEM Mena. All the speakers nearly have their LinkedIn. So connect with them on LinkedIn because you can start talking to them. We're going to open the STEM Mena app, and that's going to be open a week before the event. So closer to next weekend, we'll open the app and you guys can start interacting with each other. But that can only happen. The app can only happen. See that pun? If you register. That's the only way. So I'm going to sing this song until the cows come home. You must register at stemmena.com to be a part of what's happening on November 12th at Le Méridien, Dubai Hotel and Conference Center. Let's drink some coconut water for that one, people. Okay. A nice surprise. You ready? Drum roll. Bam! Every person who comes to STEM Mena, every delegate, stands a chance of winning a weekend at a resort in Abu Dhabi, sponsored by Danat Resorts. So, the Tilal Liwa Resort is a desert resort, lots of adventurous activities. You are going to stand a chance, not automatically, but you stand a chance of winning a weekend for two at the Tilal Liwa Resort in Abu Dhabi, but you must come to STEM Mena to win. So stemmena.com, you cannot win if you're not in the building. And you can't win if you leave early either. You have to stay the day and you will get your weekend back potentially at a nice resort. How does that sound? How does that sound? Let me know in the comments. Let me go to the comments. Brilliant. So tell me, are you coming to STEM Mena? Will you be there? If you are, hit like, drop a comment. Let me know if you're going to be at stemmena.com on November 12th. Mark Ryan. Want to big up Mark Ryan. He is going to be there live tweeting, social media, TikToking. The guy is talented. I met with him. I learned so much. I was like, oh my God, I need to get on my game with social media. He is on his game. And he's going to be there helping out. So big up to Mark Ryan. I'll tag you in this live broadcast, but I want to say a massive thank you for volunteering to get the social media game up and on point at STEM Mena. Yeah? Awesome. Let's run it down quickly. Guess Dubai is right after STEM Mena. So go to guess.dubai.com to register. And before we go, we have the Teach Middle East podcast. And we also have these ones that we're showing. Get on board, get involved. It's on all your podcast apps. So join us. Yeah. Connect with me, guys. It's a shorter show today, but connect with me. I am Lisa Grace, and I'm on all your socials. Well, no, I'm on Twitter and LinkedIn. So connect with me and let's Let's get social. Let's get chatting. You know, I like to keep my ear to the ground when it comes to education. So feel free to message me on LinkedIn and on Twitter, and I'll get back to you. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, stemmena.com, 12th of November in Dubai. Yeah, that's the top tip. That's the top tip for this weekend. Want to tell you just one of the things. If you want to write for Teach Middle East, please email me at editor@teachmiddleeast.com. That's editor@teachmiddleeast.com. stemmena.com, not AE, stemmena.com. And we will love to have you as a writer. If you are an educator in the space, please, it's the January issues coming up, so join us and write for that. I want to say thank you. This week's top tip is love yourself. Just love yourself. Be kind to yourself. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace.